Here it is. Yes. Is it? Wow, this wasn't the exact live that I was thinking of. But, this is what is that? It's a, oh yeah, it's hard to see. This is the first one here, as you can see. You can see it Blackwood. It's hard to see. Hard to see. I'm trying to get this thing on, and this is the only thing that would work. Basically, this is a live stream that has just started. This is the Elder Scrolls website. You can check it out on thelders.com. If you don't know how to type that in, ask a friend if you know how, or if they know how to get into the internet. This is so complex, and I can't do all that I am wanting to transmit for the game. It's a very complex and long line. Hope you can hear the music. This is the High Isle. It's trying to come out with the 3 DLCs. The main title is High Isle, and it is available currently online. That I cannot show right now because of the programming of the electronic. I am working in a slow program. I'm calling it both an engine and a transmission. The engine is not wired, so but the transmission is. The transmission is part of what's called, what most of us know as online or the internet. The online part of the game is sweet. Oh yeah, it's so hard to do these dang things. It's like, it's like, oh, you do like that, huh? Oh yeah, might as well just hear some music. It's kind of relaxing, and the basic thing. This is amazing. Yes, this is amazing. Very, very, very amazing. Do you see it? Do you see it? Hopefully you do. What's going on is I'm working on the what's called the steam engine, and it's a very complex fiber optic that the system. It's almost impossible to be working on. I'm working on the developing the app a little bit more, and it is going out throughout the big old wide world. As you can see here, right here, this right here, you can see what looks like the steam engine right here. On the screen here on my side, I see a black screen. Right here is showing the electronics going through, and which looks like the steam engine. The steam engine is a color blue. It's very easy to see. The I think basically what's happening is the screen is creating a mirror for the steam engine. The music here is when you first go into High Isle. You go the story, it goes and goes on and on and on and on. And in the Elder Scrolls Online, it's not very well known. It's going over into High Isle. And if you're a game person, you'll love this game. If you've never ever played it before, there is over 20 million players worldwide that are in the actual system. It's possibly that it's broken up into tiers of who is playing. What it looks like is there's 4 tiers of the online side, which is going to be broken up into basically two sides. The High Isle online will eventually turn over into the consoles. Right now, it's just it's broken up into different parts, and I'll try to go with this live connection as long as this connection will go. It's a very good. Some of the battery life in this computer, which this is pretty amazing to me be streaming. I'm very grateful to be able to transmit this, as I don't know how many people are actually watching. The game itself is I'm gonna have to come back. The dog is a nuisance. Yeah, when you're trying to speak, it's kind of hard, especially when you got a whiny dog. The whiny dog just whines and whines and whines. You know who the whiny dog is? It's Luna, the stray dog. If I can get the picture of her in the animation thingy, that I'm going to start working on, which is going. However, this is going to be very difficult. Very difficult. Have you ever Like this is a pretty sweet old little thing. Like the oh hey hey, get a little he was playing a little pong earlier and like the going over there. This is one of the components right here. Is like you see the fingers like the Martian. The I don't know what I'm saying. The this is basically the I'm gonna let the dog out. You hear that stray dog? That is a stray dog. That story of Luna the stray dog. And there's furry. As you hear you wouldn't have thought that like a cat and dog would get together, like that they would get along. They're not married. They're not like dating. They're a cat and a dog. But the basic thing, the getting back to the game, the the game is a very very important part. I believe is part of society that it brings a revelation into the world through the what's called the word, and that's the basic thing of getting the getting the game out. And it's hard to communicate when things are thing. Yeah. Um, have you ever tried to do a job and couldn't do the job? The basic reason why I'm getting into the the high aisle is because I don't know how to do anything else. The electronics are very messed up. Earlier on, the company is a very large network in the gaming community or the gaming community. The then kind of goes out. It's a pretty complex thing. With the application or the app. The app. If you're thinking about getting the app, I want you to go over to the elderscrolls.com right now. And I want you to scroll down where it says 4.99. It's I don't know much about money, but I know how to do certain things, and I want you to pay $4.99 each month. The thing is with the taxes, I don't understand taxes. I think it's what it is, and no money has gone through. It's really really weird. And in order to live, you kind of gotta ask to get money, and so you can live, so you can get some like food or get like an A&W root beer or a Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola would be really nice. Or I got this nice long meat stick for $1 over at the store, and it's getting so bad. I'll tell you how bad it's getting. I was over at a gas station earlier, like a couple of days ago, and I was actually fighting. I wasn't physically fighting with her. It was a cashier over at a gas station, and I was yelling with her. I'm with her, but I was yelling not really yelling, but we were fighting. We were fighting mentally, and because of uh, a dollar, a thing about like under a dollar, the whatever it was like papers. It was papers. The papers were like 75 cents. This is going to tie into the game of why it's so important to pay $4.99 each month, because it doesn't say it in the site in the elderscrolls.com, but this is the inner meaning of what it means to pay for the app. It's $4.99 a month, and the basic thing is with the papers of why I was fighting with her is because not because the like they are asking to spend over $1. That's not the problem. The problem is not being able to use a card, and what I'm leaning towards is having at least one local store to not accept cash, because not accepting cash, that will teach that like not everything can be bought, and it's harder than crap to sell anything or to buy anything, or even you can even trade anything. Like when you're thinking about it, like going over there, like okay, say you go over to a store like a gas station, like a gas station that I went to, just any old gas station, and you go over there and you ask them, hey, I want some money back from my card, or I want some money back from the check that I have right here. As you're over at talking to the cashier, the gas stations, they have ATMs. At least most of them have ATMs. But the point going into getting this game on the market, in which High Isle is not on the market yet. It's available online, and the newest part of the game, which really isn't, it's called Fire Song, and it's a pain in the butt. If you look online, or is it elderscrollsonline.com, it is not available. You go over into Wikipedia, it's not set up. The High Isle's been set up, in 3 tiers. They're called DLCs. You might not understand what DLCs. You don't have to worry about what DLCs are right now. The whole point is we're going over into the bay, over to near the castle. One of the big things that came out. I'm hanging out with Isabel Villar, blah blah blah. I've got her. I've got Isabel. Oh yes, I've got Isabel. She comes out like just like that. She comes out to me. Except, you know, Label is there. Label is totally a great horse. If you haven't met Label, you should go check it out over on Twitter. Elder Scrolls V1 or whatever it is, and then you can see more videos. My hopes is to get the game to see the game. It's kind of hard to see the game right now, don't you think? Because it's pretty black, and it'd be pretty cool to see the game. Like I was trying to get the game going, but with today's technology, it's not available. This is going down to the point where you got to spend over $1. It's like going over there, cheating a gas station by using your card at the pump rather than going inside to a gas station. If you're going over to a gas station at night trying to pump gas, it is almost seems like it's a disservice to going over to the gas station. What that's like is it's a bank that is closed. Like if you go over to a gas station at like 1 o'clock in the morning and you're pumping gas into the tank, you're not really doing a service. It's like, have you ever been to a filling station? You're like ding, 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 ding. The filling station isn't open at 1 a.m. and 1 in the morning. The kind of the point of paying for gas, like during the day, during daylight. The kind of getting back to the game, like I have to get this out because I am struggling. I have been through website of making websites, and they have not gone through. I created the elderscrolls.com, and it's maddening. I grew up on background. I grew up on Sega Master System, the Shinobi, was it Alien Syndrome, Outrun, all those good Sega games. And if you missed out, this will be coming later on with the next fest and Steam, which that's one of the main systems that I work on. This is going into the Steam app. It's like Steam. You see the Steam? So, yeah, pretty fun, huh? Hi, Kitty. What are you doing? Hey there. Hi, Furry. Yeah, maybe Furry might be in the in the game later. Well, hi, Furry. Oh yes. This is the best. I couldn't ask for better animals to live with me. The dog. The everyone else the dog before. So it's the Luna just came to me. She stayed with me. And come to find out, trying to figure out like what's the like best dog. I mean, no, Luna, she showed up. She's a stray dog. She will I've like went through and through with her, and miles away I can take her over to a gas station or whatever, or I can take her over into the woods or whatever, and she can find her way home. Just like the cat, Furry. Furry is a he. Furry's a male cat. Well, furry. I don't know what that all involves or whatever, but I let the cat out, and the cat wanders around the neighborhood and stays around. I'm sure furry's been all over the forest and whatnot. There's a big old forest in the back, and it's big. It's very big. Just kind of like going over into High Isle from the past version over in Solitude. It's almost an exact mirror image of Solitude. That's when you go around over in the water. And then you go over there, you try to get over to, not Markarth. Markarth is a little bit more difficult to get to than High Isle. What's that other one? It's not Markarth. But what it's been called is Western Skyrim. Doesn't make sense. But it does make sense. That's not the DLC. It was very confusing, and I disagree with if they, like, whoever, groups or whatever, it can't, no, it can't be called Western Skyrim because that was the last version. I don't remember the name of but it's a magical town with lumber. The splinters, rock splinter. Remember that over in Skyrim? The rock splinter? Rock splinter somewhere. Getting into one of the first DLC. It's over in Rock Grove. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise because you got to get into the game. That's the beautiful thing about that, like not spoiling the game. It all starts out. I really like going over there. My character Redlia, I go by or whatever, but it's a female. But there's a surprise coming in. The hard part is discerning on what the entire company is trying to convey when they bring out what's called a DLC. It's really hard to discern because the current place, which some people might not know this, like of what like parts of land of the game, because it's a very the terminology and the language, it's very confusing in some parts. To make it real easy, it's like when I read, I think the the words were not in line. I think there was a couple of people that had different views and they wrote the same topic, but yet they transmitted in the same places that just didn't make any sense. The game as a whole, as I'm seeing it, is, well, I've got Isabel. That is the horrible part about it, because is she a vampire? Is she a vampire? Well, she's a Brayton. just like I'm a Brayton character. I'm feeling like I've always been a Brayton. That is the weird part when you kind of know what. I wish there was paint horses in the game. I'm sure there is. There's a lot of horses, and there's a lot of different pets that you can get in the game. It's so beautiful. This is like going in there. Like I'm sure they'll like the people that like to put the money signs and the like what you have to pay. I'm sure they'll have a heyday on what you got to pay. That they can make it to where you have to pay for every little bit of the game. That's not what I want, and that's what most people don't want either. You don't want to pay for a bunch of things, or you don't want to find out you have to pay for something else at a later time when you were told that you paid for everything and that's all good. Like this never fails. Like okay, going over there, like I use this for instance. Say go over to the gas station, whichever gas station is, and then you, yeah, great furry. You're in. You're in furry. Come here, ding dong. There we go. You know, there was this girl. I started calling her Ding Dong, and she's just not here. There might be a girl that does get over here. And just be like, turn that stuff off, and then we'll hang out. Going back to so if I hear like the door knocking, like she's gonna have to like really take care of me because I don't know what I'm doing half the time. The game is going on and on and on. The game is forever. The game is literally it goes on forever. It's a never ending game. The really honestly, the Elder Scrolls game is it's never ending. When you go into like the fifth chapter or the sixth chapter that is being developed, you will love it. You'll love it. Guaranteed, you'll love it. You definitely love it. I did not expect to stay with Isabel, but I'm staying with Isabel, and well, I had to ditch Isabel for a little bit, but the real Isabel hasn't really communicated to me. It's a very interesting thought. Did the real Isabel actually act out the voice parts as Isabel Valar or Valois, whatever her last name is? Is the Isabel the real Isabel that was Serana in the fifth version? At first, I didn't think her voice actually sounded like it, but she kind of is grown on me. She's like she's yes, stays over in the like, she hangs out with me, just like a real woman's supposed to. The This is a lot of information to take in, and this goes on and on and on and on. I hope you can see this. At least hear what I'm saying. Because remember, it's been foretold. Isabel's getting with me. However, is Isabel going to get to me? That is the question. Do you think that she actually knows what she's doing? Now, if she is coming to me and she's like a block away and she's really, really out of her mind, like, oh, I can't walk, my legs. I'm like, you will come to me. And I'll say, like the new character from the dungeon that's being promoted, a woofle. Yeah, that's like I'm the great like voice part, like going over there into the dungeon. They're like, what is that? A woofle. You're like, really? It's a woofle. What's a woofle? That's like hinting at like coming up here on the 31st, like woofle. Like trick or woofle. The horrible part of like thinking back, going over there, like there's a stupid little papers like 75 cents, like a lighter 75 cents or whatever it is, like under $1. That's just as horrible as a person taking all of the food, a certain kind of food, taking all the food, then not leaving for anyone. Or say, I'm going to go take that food over to some sort of bank. And they're like, how old is that? Not that old. And how much money did you make off that? Like, only quite a bit. How much did you actually spend on that? Like, well, I didn't spend anything. Well, you really didn't pay for it, and you really screwed over everyone. The point of paying for something, you expect something in return. But if you actually haven't paid for something, you're going down a bad path. And then a woofle will really get you down. It is funny. It is funny. Very, very funny. The new character coming out. Oh yeah. There's only one way to find out. You gotta play the game in order to know the game. Cause I ain't spoiling the new character. Nah. The new character is going to bring life into the game. Little hint. You can go into the elderscrolls.com. Scroll down on the main page. Go there right now. TheElderScrolls.com. You can type it in. THELDERS. It's a period, or what some people call a dot. And you're like COM. You know how like ridiculously like upset, not like me, but other people get mad of these like little insinuations. It is so frustrating and not funny because I am coming for you, saying a woofle. I ain't for yeah. Oh yeah, it's really. Oh, it's so nice. You're gonna lay down on there. Yeah, you laying down. Get off of there. You're ruining that. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's still going good. Ooh, like, okay. So we couldn't make it to Over in Solstheim is like a past thought. Um, oh yes. What do you think? What do you think when you see the light? You see little green men? Or you see an elephant? Um, hmm. There's this girl that I see every once in a while on the bus. It's so frustrating because not only me, but other people say it also. She has a ring on both her marriage finger and her promise finger, which is this finger that's wiggling. That's the promise. She has a ring on the promise finger and on the ring on the marriage finger. It's very frustrating because I am looking to take that ring off of her marriage finger because she's really not married. That's the frustrating part because when you see a lady with a ring on her marriage finger, you think she's married. But that one, no, it's not. No, it's this female. She's not married. You can even get in the game in Ohio, you can get rings. Now I am prepping for the second DLC, which is going to be fantastic. You will love it. It has lots of cats, and some call it the Taj Mahal. It's very beautiful, very very beautiful. But I'm not getting into it just yet. Starting out in the game, I'm going to go over into. The game's very easy. If you're in Elder Scrolls Online, just do the Tamriel thingy, and then you start out with High Elf. That's the basic thing. There's a lot of different ones that make no sense. If you just go over and you pay for all of the High Elf, you get the whole thing. But if you don't have a whole lot of money and you want to go in there if you want to if you want to pay as you can, when you get every time you get paid, the first tier, it does get more expensive, but it's not that expensive. The first tier is about $19.99 for the first game of High Isle. The standard version of High Isle is about $20 and some tax or whatever it is. Like the thing about the $4.99 a month, I'm not for sure if there is taxes. I don't understand the tax bracket systems. What I do understand is when something needs paid, and that monthly fee that is with the app, which is needed for the game to be played. One day, the game will be played on the console that you have. But for right now, and what I will stay in is the online side of the game. The actual engine is not running. It's like the wires were taken out of some of the engine, and it's maddening. Going in, like, to make a long story short, the net side is screwed up with the comm side. The comm side doesn't correlate with the net side. Doesn't make any sense. It would make sense if the sites were connected properly, but they're not connected properly. Now, are you catching on what I'm saying? The current wires in the app are not connecting properly. When you go in there and you click on the button, the system I'm referring to, which is called POSE, it's POSE. It starts out with play. What's the O? The O is options. The S, it's not system. It's called support. We all need support. I need you to pay that $4.99 a month. The E, that means everyone. The E, you're going to love this. The E is for everyone. It's the exit. Because if you didn't have an exit, you wouldn't be able to get out. And looking into the app on what the app actually looks like, what it's been told is that I actually created the app icon. Well, I don't remember creating it. If I did, it sure is beautiful. And it has to come out. The app picture has to come out. I just put it over on Facebook earlier, so you can go check on it out. And it's very, 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 very complex. And if that is the truth, that is pretty sweet that I actually made that. However, if somebody else made that and was doing that as like some sort of mean trick to, like, when you look at the picture, dude, it is abstract. I'll let you know. I'm just telling you, the when you look in it, you don't know at first. You don't know how to comprehend the actual picture. The it's like butterflies. Oh, waiting for that sweet lady, whoever that sweet lady is. Oh yeah, Isabel. Waiting for you, Isabel. It's not so funny because I'm actually calling out for the lady. This is the sad story where I have called out for a lady every time. Just hasn't come to me. And then sitting over there, like, come to me. And she's like, I can't move my legs. I can't move my arms. And then the thought comes in, can you move your brain? Okay, so the almost the brain freeze. The very good thing is that I need taken care of. So, if you're a nice person, like I think there's a lot of people looking in, you gotta wonder how many people, because what you know what kind of restrictions are on this. There's reasons why places put restrictions on things. What they say in the rating is, well, they obviously want. There's about 100, and last time I checked, about 118 subscribers. If you take that into account of how many 20 million users in the Elder Scrolls, how does that add up to how many people are actually watching from the 118 subscribers? If you look at those videos in there, it is maddening because those videos have been looked at more, almost unimaginable. I have went in there, and other people can vouch for this. When you look and after you play a video, the view does not get put in there. The view does not record. And so this is a blessing to see the little live, the word live, and see the little counter, whatever it is. The It would be nice. Yeah, getting tired. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a lady like lay down and just like reassure me and take care of me, and then lay down with me and sleep with me, and then wake up with me, and then do the same thing every night. That's like kind of like the game. Like I'm waiting for it. Like Isabel's got her job she's doing right now, but she just hasn't come home. But she's coming to me. She's coming back to me on a horse or something. Me and Label, we're just sitting here, waiting. If you have met Label yet, you are blessed. The Label, oh yeah, you like when you see Label, you will love Label. Yeah, Label will let you ride. Now, is Label a female or is Label a male? Kind of like tending towards like Label's a male horse. There's a lot of horses in the game. Lots of stories with the game. How is this story going to end? I don't think this story will actually end because it will have many storylines on there. There is always a plot, and there's always an end to a story. But the game will just keep on going on and on and on and on and on, kind of like Duracell. Or no, Duracell, no. I'm you, Energizer. Kind of the reason also why I am furry. You need to stop, kitty. Yeah, he likes to sneak around. Come here. Come here. Oh, you are a furry cat. All right. This, hopefully, can you see this thing? It's a there's a paw. Like, hey, like, how are you gonna go over there? You go over in the town square and go there, like, chill out. This is what I would actually like to see out of the online community in the main square. everyone that plays the game knows where the town square is. So everyone goes there. What am I saying? Well, basically, how I envisioned the game with the was Forgotten Vale. I thought the game was going to be called Forgotten Vale. The Forgotten Vale is also part of the fifth version, which was it was an extension of the fifth game. The Forgotten Vale, I had it all set up too. It was pretty sweet. Went out from like Cyrodiil, High Rock, and Blades. Now this is the confusing part. I know how the game will end up, but I can't spoil the surprise on what the DLCs are yet. All I can do is give the game title. Oh wait, called High Isle. And so in the first DLC, I give a hint, has a place, one of the places. Now, how the game will start shaping, that is unknown because there is no communication. Where I'm going with this is there is no communication. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of underground communication, but there is no communication that has gone around on how the game is going. This is coming out of my mind. I'm like sitting here, like the storyline after storyline after storyline, and in the town square, this involves communication, which is very easy. I'll use this two facets of the game. Over in Steam, the people that I chat with are wonderful. Every single person that is in the system that I've been talking to, with the exception of one that started in, are very polite and very honest and very forthcoming. On the other side, I think that's a bigger part of the game. Actually, in the online play, how the game is going to go with how I'm playing it is you'll see Redlia in both forms, to where the consoles will be able to kick in, where you can buy a physical copy of the game. Right now, it's very complex because the game is split up, and it's like it's in pieces, and it's like an engine and transmission of where the parts have to be put together. And so in the game, over in the town square, what I would like to see is more communication. There's a lot of communication that goes on over in the town square. There's a lot of people talking. When I actually write, you know how many people have actually communicated back to me? Only one person has communicated back saying hi. Only one user. And that was a couple months ago. What I'm saying is there is virtually no communication that is going on to where the game is going. The game DLCs, it's very easy. You look at the elderscrolls.com, you will see what the DLCs are. It's plain. I made it like so simple. It's like beyond easy to understand. It's beyond easy to understand. What that means is it is so simple that a baby understands. So easy a baby understands. There's a lot of characters that kids are gonna love in the game. Already do. The what's coming to mind is the game is $4.99 a month. How do you get that card in? Because I do not like talking about money. I can explain why the game is needed to be paid. I can totally explain like why like certain things need paid. Essentially, when it comes down to it, every small fragment of a component needs to be paid. I can go to every little part that I can explain that I see or that I think of. This right here, this component right here that is green, it needs paid in some form. It needs paid. Time needs paid. Somebody says it's time to pay, that means you've got to pay something. You cannot, it's like being in a battle. Are you just gonna freaking like lay down, or are you gonna freaking just let the freaking enemy freaking take you out? No, you're gonna get up and you're going to go and you're going to pay in that spot. Just like you have to pay a utility bill, or you need to pay your rent, or you need to pay your mortgage, or you need to pay your sewer or your electricity bill. Whatever bill it is, you need to pay it. So you can pay the $4.99 a month. There are a lot other places that you can pay. But I'm just putting the $4.99 a month out there because you gotta go over to theelderscrolls.com to actually get to the payment thingy. You know, I think Furry's got a little bit of sentient in him. He's yeah, he's I think so. The yes. Going in there. Why it's $4.99 a month? I don't know. It's just $4.99 a month for the app. You are going to love the app. It's lots of complex stuff that you won't understand, but you'll think it's cool because you'll see like all like the like numbers and letters like a it is so sweet. You're gonna love the app. You are going to love the app. Yeah, you will. When you get it's a little bit more complex. They call it like wine. The that's one of the last parts, and I have a feeling that the app has not totally got going. It is going. The app is it was so complex. The app is actually running. It's like beforehand I was not able to. I'm explaining to those of you that have the equipment to where you're looking at it. If you look on Steam, if you go over like steamcommunity.com, or if you go over to like Steam, like poweredsteam.com or whatever it is, when you get in to the actual system, even when you have an account, which I can go over a little bit of how you can get a Steam account. because that's an important thing to have. Um, when you get a Steam account, the I'm trying to think of where I'm going with this. It's very important to now I'm forgetting, but it's important. Going over there, I'm sure those of you and the install the game install. One of the games over in the now this is the important part. When you get a Steam account, you don't want to download a game if you haven't paid for the game. Even if the game is a free download, you have to pay for the game. It's very, very, very important that you pay for the game that you download. There are some people that have downloaded every cotton picking game out of Steam. And you gotta wonder. You've really gotta wonder what they're doing. That brings to mind that those types of people are taking out credit where the money's not actually in there. The system is so screwed up that I got it ahead. And then one individual company came in and put the same name in a bunch of different systems that is not even connected to that company, but yet they took out the money. It has nothing to do with Steam, but it has something to do with Steam because when you get your Steam account, you're going to be putting your bank card in there. You're not going to be putting a credit card. You're not going to be putting some sort of gift card in there, even though a gift card might go in. The whole point when you get your Steam account is putting a bank card in there so the money can go in to the company. Now you catch my drift? So you can put money in to Steam. The whole point of the philosophy behind putting in a bank card, because if you are disabled and you have a money card, that disabled money card, like Social Security, if that card might not process. That's the difficult part when you are actually trying to pay for something and then the cards don't, like your card doesn't process. That's the hard part to take in. Luna. Put her line. See, yeah. She's a big Pomeranian. The whole point, yes, the whole point is getting that $4.99 in each month. Don't you love that music? Sounds like freaking Hellraiser is like in magical land. You know Hellraiser? If you ever watched Hellraiser, some of you won't want, you'll be frightened out of the bejeebies out of you. But if some of you like Hellraiser, I like Hellraiser. The music is beautiful. You know, if you've messed up, Hellraiser ain't for you. If you don't want to mess up, you want to like do better. Hellraiser music, which is playing right now, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty comforting. So when you put the the card into Steam, that's reassuring me and those that take the payments, that reassures them that the system is secure. There's many games available on Steam, and some of them are put out for free. There's all facets of life in Steam with the games. Any kind of mentality, anything. Like, there is a game in there for you. Like, if you don't know now, if you don't know much about Steam, or you don't know like what you're doing, or you don't know which game you'll like, don't get the game right away. If you see like a game, I want you to buy High Isle. But if you don't like High Isle, I want you to find a game in Steam that will save your life. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. Right here in Going In, this is the scene, me and Isabel and Red Leo. As you open the door, go in. Me and Isabel are sitting there. You don't want to pass us as you see the spider that is guarding the sacred catacombs in the game. That's a pretty sweet imagination to realize what I'm talking about. There's all sorts of learning. If you're a kid, you need to go to school in the morning. And if you're a lady, if you're a girl, if you're a girl laid, then you need to like really need to get over here, because there is no female here with me. Like, there's no female. There's a dog that's a female. There's not a human female. I get so upset with how words get played. I really do. It's almost sickening. I got the cat and the dog, and I'm waiting. I got Isabel. I got Isabel in the game, but I don't got the real Isabel. That's the hard part of communicating how high isle will be won. It's pretty self explanatory. One lady, just get over to me and then we win the game. There. See? When when lady get over here and then in the house and stays in the house and then goes with me every once in a while or like most of the time, the game is won. The game is won. Like the game's done. Like I don't have to I don't have to explain no more. I don't have to complain. I don't have to bitch. It's like when lady with me, done and over with. The dreams come true. But a dream hasn't come true. It's gonna be hellaciously worse than Hellraiser. That's like uh it's like a little fragment, like saying don't mess with the little things that matter. Now, if somebody's actually said don't mess with something, and then you keep on messing with something, you're probably leading down that wrong path. You're probably not even listening to me, and you're sitting over there like, "Yep, I'm gonna get away with that again." And then, lo and behold, somebody's looking to beat the shit out of your front face and your back face. That means they're gonna beat your skull in if you actually haven't repented. That's like a really good. That's a really important thing. If you like hear like somebody breathing down, just listen to me breathe down your throat for a little bit. $4.99, like coming up with $4.99 a month is not that much. When you look at freaking all of the bills, the regular bills, it doesn't matter if you're from England, doesn't matter if you're from Norway, doesn't matter if you're from Mongolia or wherever you're watching this. You have to pay something in order to live. You wouldn't be seeing this video if payments were not required. The actual video would not be playing if I wasn't meant to say you need to pay something. Doesn't matter if you pay YouTube each month or the other place, wherever the other place you need to pay. The way I look at it is I obviously want you to pay $4.99 a month in theelderscrolls.com. The system's really screwed up. And when I see the how the system's going, I see some places over in Google don't even make sense. And sitting over there talking, yeah, I'm sitting over there like I'm thinking that some places on the internet they don't even care. It's very scary and very frightening. Like you need to like brush your teeth, or you need to do something that will make an impact. The bills, the monthly bills that are required, is a very easy thing. It's a very hard thing when you don't have the money, or when, like for instance, like if you lost your job and you have a couple of kids, or you have like one kid, or you just have a wife, or if you just have a husband, whatever the case is, being able to pay the the monthly fee is an important thing. I was watching the news earlier, and tickets going for the Seattle Mariners are over $300. When we're talking about $4.99 a month, is not that much. That's something that should be paid each month. I don't know where some of these people get off. The It's not getting off at all, because some people actually need to get a ticket. I don't know how much those seats, how much they cost. Those seats that, like, you need to live, you you have to pay whatever somebody asks. Like when you like going into marriage, if you are with a spouse, you need to do whatever that you can. And if you hear me say that, you're like, yes, I'm gonna get that done. There were previous times I was like, yeah, I've got that all planned out. But I really didn't have the plan to make it happen like I do now. The Steam app is $4.99 a month. You can go over to the elderscrolls.com right now and check it out. It's um, got the little surprise person, the surprise new character. You'll love the new character. So beautiful. I can picture the character right now. It is so beautiful. I haven't seen any unicorns in Hylial yet, but in someone's mind, like imaginarily, sometimes those are unicorns. Like that, like if somebody like gets a horsey, they like, yeah, that is my unicorn. It's like Label's my unicorn. The Label is a good horse, kind of a different kind of horse, but Label's still unicorn. Um, the yeah even thought it goes on and on. I can just talk on and on and on and on. If you haven't gone over to the elderscrolls.com yet, that would be a blessing. If you can get your card in to the site, like as soon as possible, that is the best thing. Putting in a legitimate bank card that will help me and help others as well. This is a very good thing. Now getting that $4.99 each month. How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna get that $4.99 in there? If you're from Norway, you go by the crony, the crony. It's like the crony or the franc, whatever the currency is. You got a franc. Well, how many francs are $4.99? How many francs is that? How many cronies is that? The kroner, the crony. How many cronies is that? Crony. You want an ice cream crony? No, I'm not looking for an ice cream crony. I'm looking for a freaking crony. A freaking crony. A crony. A crony. A crony. Oh, yo. All right, baby. Frank. Yes, so that's very good. That's very good. I hope that, yes, the viewers, it'd be nice to know that there's people watching. How's that like? Huh. Okay, so that's all good. Yes, the subscribers. The subscribers. I don't know the next time of when the live streaming will go on. But I do know that it will go on soon. Um, Needs to work. The elderscrolls.com needs to work. Otherwise, my system's shot. Some people don't even know what I'm talking about. What I have to do is I have to go to the other systems in which have already been running. The elderscrolls.com. It hasn't been noticed yet. It's going in there. These are the kind of the key elements that are needed. First one, what is it? Tell you how much is it? It's $4.99. How much ever that is in your country. I don't know if this even goes out of the United States. The $4.99. So if you're in Norway, you're looking at the franc or whatever currency the country's going by. You need to get the currency, and you need to find out what the amount is. I don't know if when you type in your bank card and all that good stuff, I don't know if that like if it's like a foreign card. Okay, looking at like the company obviously accepts Visa, so Visa's like kind of known like throughout all over the place. So you got your Visa. You want a Visa bank card. Now, a Visa bank card, that'll work each month. Like, you get that in like one time and you're set. Because the company will be able to take the money out, the $4.99, they'll be able to take that out of your card each month. With that, having the card, like having $4.99 taken out of your card each month, that shows the system actually works. That's the purpose right there. Showing that the system works. I can go over and talk all night long about how like one payment type will solve all the problems. But really, like paying the $4.99 a month, that takes care of everything. Like when you as an individual, when you pay that, you can't say that you've paid that if you haven't even put your card in. I do know, and I believe that people have already put their card information in there and they have had money taken out of the account. I'm talking about fraud. I believe there is fraud that is going on in this world, and it like is very disturbing. Like with how smart people actually are that are trying to get away from, like, they're trying to steal from the system. If you got like a regular old bank card, like put that card in there so it can like reoccur, like with the payment, where the payment actually goes in. You have to work a regular job, or you have to receive a monthly income. If you don't have a regular job, or you don't have like a regular monthly income, and you're paying something, I don't know what to tell you. The just paying the monthly payment is good enough. Just put it in. Let the bank suffer. They don't do much work anyways. It'll give some people some things to do. And there's over $110 billion in the bank. Over $110 billion. There's about $108 billion in the bank. I want over $110 billion in my bank. So I know I'm taken care of. When these things keep on getting subtracted, in which the account is supposed to be growing, I put everything I could into High Isle. It has to pay off. I didn't pay the game for nothing. I paid the entirety of the game so the game can pay me back. So the machines can pay me back. You know, putting in a card, your card information, and having it reoccur, that's like having the machines pay me. And me pay other people as well. Like, hasn't happened yet because the true payments haven't come in. I hope you love High Isle as much as I do. It's a little far ways off from getting like the physical copies over on the consoles. I'm gonna be on the online side forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. I like the online side. I like Steam. I ain't giving away the online part that I play, but I am giving away that I am getting Steam ready because Steam is good. It might be like a broken down wagon wheel or whatever it is you want to call it, but Steam's like one of the best. Steam just is not wired all the way yet. When Steam gets wired, there's gonna be a lot of good things. It's slowly getting wired. I can see broadcasts of the games like happening. It's a very good thing. And seeing those broadcast things like tells me that the game can actually be played. The the game is slowly starting to work. The never seen before. This is like kind of where I was going earlier is that the it was impossible before I got the app like running halfway properly. The install button, like when you if you haven't gotten an account already, when you first go into like try to get a Steam account, you're most likely not gonna get an account right away in Steam. I'm just letting you know right now. Those accounts are so hard to get. Like you're looking like right now, if you are trying to get a Steam account right now, and if you've spent over an hour trying to get the account and haven't got the account yet, don't worry about it because you'll get it in the future. But for right now, just like the Steam account, how hard it is to actually go through the process. I can go through the process of what you need to do in order to get a Steam account. For right now, what I'm talking about is the actual. I'm not exactly for sure what it is actually called, but the eyeglass like actually came in the the game that I. It's not High Isle, but it's a different game that I got that I paid for. That's going to lead into High Isle. Like eventually, I haven't got into it like fully, but this is such a blessing because the game actually downloaded. The game was actually able to be installed, but the game is not playable right now. I hope that makes sense. The game actually works, but it doesn't play right now. It's going to take some time. I don't know if this is going to be seen. Okay, this is the good thing about over here. See if this is all live and everything. I'll check it out too. Check it out. Check it out. Or you can check out the elderscrolls.com. Okay, going down there like over there. Read it. I'll read it with. Okay, go over to the top. The TheLDerscrolls dot com. Or in other words, is a period. Com. Call. Yes. So you're gonna type that in. You don't have to type on all of the site stuff, but it's theelderscrolls.com. It gets really complex. Start talking about the coding and stuff. When you get to the elderscrolls.com, it says the 6th version in the series of what? Oh yeah. I was in the high aisle. When you get in there, the elderscrolls.com, you see the Elder Scrolls. Game development for the Elder Scrolls universe. Do you see High Isle? How you see High Isle? It's because you're gonna see it now. If you're in the site, you know what I'm talking about. See the Elder Scrolls. It's in black. So you're looking at a game development for the Elder Scrolls universe. Then you see a little thing that says the Elder Scrolls. It's a little picture. It's a map. Now, what I want you to do, as you're looking on the elderscrolls.com, as you're looking at that map, I want you to go and I want you to turn your eyes over to the left, middle bottom corner of the screen. You starting to see it? You see where it says the? It says Hammerfell. That's not High Isle. Go a little bit to the left and further down to the south. Look at those two little, basically two dots. I mean, there's like three, I think. It's like, but look at it. Look at those small little islands. There's about like 2 or 3 little small islands. Where High Isle is, it's one of those two. This is a hint. It's that small one, I think. That's where High Isle is. What was originally thought is that High Isle was right in the middle of that little place in the like the Balfira Bay. The High Isle is like out in the ocean. When you actually get in the game, it doesn't seem like it, but it really is. Like it's down there. You know, like just look at the T, like the THE, the T, and then this whoop. It looks kind of like a bear, but you wanna look over there. You wanna look to the left. When you think of High Isle, you wanna think about it on the left hand side, and you're like, zoom, bam, right there. You see it automatically. Doesn't say it, but you know it now. High Isle. Then go down from the Elder Scrolls over the Elder Scrolls map, Tamriel. Elder Scrolls started around 1993, where video games were first being introduced online. The series currently has 5 main game versions, with many different games within the different versions of the games. The Elder Scrolls series is expanding with the latest installation of the 6th version coming soon. As I was just talking about the High Isle. It's over there on the left hand side, kind of down to the bottom, the little island. You get to meet a bunch of the little island creatures in the game. It's pretty sweet. Doesn't look like Solstime's in High Isle. Just to let you know. It does not look like Solstime is in High Isle. Now, Fur, you need to get out. You wild rat. Yes. This is then you know, okay, I'll just stick with the map right now. Going over so he's like where's High Isle? When you're looking at the map, where's High Isle? It's on the left. So now you'll know that forever. High Isle is over on the left. Wow. I see it. I was thinking that about in the beginning where I had begun in the game. It was was it the when he I forgot her name, and she was the important one. That was supposed to, that like female character. I was supposed to get back to her, but it's like nearly impossible. And this cat is nearly impossible going around. You look like a skunk, Free. Nestle down there, huh? So now you know where High Isle is. Doesn't exactly say it, but you know where it is. So I'm waiting for a lady. Like, is there a lady in the Elder Scrolls map? Hello, lady. Are you in the Elder Scrolls map? I don't see you. Let's get started. Like, yeah, real quick. Let's go. 1993. And some things make me cry. Like some things. This is so beautiful. TheElderScrolls.com. It's all there. And to think that like that they would get taken off, that's like disturbing and disgusting to think that it would go off. I've had multiple sites go off from the regular things put in. I mean, just looking at this right now, the ElderScrolls.com, it's a live site. It's there. And to with the other sites, this is what I'm getting at, which is like it makes me cry because the sites revert back to the main site that the server of the site. Like if this site were not paid, it would revert back to more words, and the system, like the tunnel would just go to crap. Like for I don't know how else to explain it. Like this site goes under, the internet is freaking shot. So hopefully this is good. Hopefully I can get some more stuff, like better stuff. I'm signing off. It's good. This is the first introduction to um High Isle. I'm all on with the cat and dog. Um, and yes, there's some people that are awake out here. Are here. I'm home, and lady, girl, woman, whatever you want to call yourself, you really need to get to me so you can be married to me. Then we can have a bunch of babies, and it can be all like, yeah, we have a bunch of freaking Senchis. That sounds pretty good. Then they go, like really, they really sound like that, huh? They do. They're little lambs. They really are. They're kind of annoying, but they are so cute. Yes, they are. Cinchies. They are cute. There's a lot of cute things in there. Oh yeah. Yes, there are. I ain't going to spoil everything. Even though I could. But I'm not going to. So I get the remember, it's $4.99 a month. Remember that. Like ingrain that in yourself. Ingrain that in you. I know you gotta pay some other things. Start ingraining it in your brain to pay that monthly fee. Because when I get paid, I can pay other places that will get you paid. Hmm? That's how it works. So I'm going offline, and this isn't exactly how I imagined doing this, but it works. It works. It works. So remember, High Isle. Remember the Elder Scrolls map over there on elderscrolls.com. Remember that where High Isle. If you haven't learned anything else, learn that on the Elder Scrolls map where High Isle is. If you haven't learned anything else, learn that. And over on the left, almost like middle bottom, over in the little island area, like a little dot, like a little chocolate chip. So there's like food, like wouldn't you like a chocolate chip cookie right now? Sounds pretty good to me too. I don't got a chocolate chip cookie because I forgot to get the chocolate chip cookie. Some people can't even get a chocolate chip cookie because whoever the people were that were supposed to pay them didn't pay them. And then it goes down to a long line. I have to speak about this a lot. It's almost horrible because I'm speaking for multiple people. Not only myself, but other people as well. Like, there are some people that have been waiting to get paid and they haven't, and then they get paid. Okay. Kind of keep this thought for a little bit. Some people, okay, now I'm trying to explain this because this will make a lot more sense when this comes out. Some people have been waiting to get paid for a very long time. Okay? So when they get paid, somebody says, yeah, they got paid. But no. Until that back. When a person's been waiting for a long time and they haven't got paid, and then they got paid, and then somebody says, "Oh, well, they're good to go. They just got paid," but they actually didn't get paid because they were supposed to be paid prior. I'm just speaking about, like, say you have your rent that's due, like, at the beginning of the month, and you don't get your rent paid because you paid it like on the second or the third, like you paid it late. It's really good to, like, pay something on time or just pay for it outright. That high aisle is the best kind of thing to learn from. You just pay for it. Don't pay with from a credit card. Some credit cards can actually pay that, but in this instance, the best thing of what I think is paying with a bank card. A bank card. And so hopefully that thought came out right to where you're able to understand. Um, because when people, this is how this goes. Somebody say, just like, for example, somebody's like watching this right now and they have the money to pay the site the $4.99 a month, but they just want to sit there and watch other people and wait for them to pay. But those people don't have the money to pay for it right now. And whoever that person is, if they are just looking at people like, yeah, I'll pay later, but then it comes down to you didn't pay it and then you were supposed to pay it, comes down to you kind of getting into trouble. I did a show once where it was over 4 hours. Over 4 hours. A long time. Didn't get paid a cent for it. I do want to get paid. Yes, I do. Because once I do, that'd be great. Yes, it will. I just let the recording go. Like, yep, it's live. It's live. It's live. It's kind of like a video, like where you do like a little dance here and there, like for about like a minute or two, and you're like, yeah, that's our 100-year old video. Like that's been running for 100 years. Usually I don't talk for the song, but I can. And that's the I could talk to you for over 24 hours. It's got to be, like the stuff. It's gotta go through the payments. The payments have to go through. I For some reason, how I don't want to talk about the payments all the time. I do not want to talk about somebody having to pay. This comes into mind because the payments haven't gone through. The payments have not gone through. That's the honest truth. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Set up a payment, arrange a payment day that you're going to pay. Start seeing the unicorns fly. It'd be a great trip. When you actually start paying, you actually start seeing. So if you aren't paying, you ain't seeing. That goes down the line where you didn't pay yesterday, you didn't pay a year ago, you didn't pay 5 years ago. You're saying, "Oh, it looks like I'm not going to pay it again." Then it looks like you're going to jail. That's no good. There's a place that I saw on the news. It's really, really weird how the prison is. They let the inmates go outside to where there's like um there's a fence where they have, but it shows the land. How is that? How is that a real prison? Because it's not. It's kind of frightening, actually. There's a murderer who's at the prison. They showed the murderer on TV holding a child's hand. Would you let your child? Would you let a murderer hold your own child's hand? Most likely not. That's what I saw on the television. You ain't gonna see it here. You ain't gonna see it here. And you say, what isn't it you're gonna see? You're not gonna see bad things. That's the whole problem. You know, is some people they wonder why things have restrictions on on labels. You gotta wonder why some places why they have restrictions. The reason why they have restrictions is because not everyone can get in. They're not trying to if you're mad and you can see this right now, the reason why they put some restrictions on these things is because they don't know at first who is coming in. The more subscribers that actually are watching, the more they let go and they let more things come in. That's usually how it happens. How the cycle goes. Ooh, mm-hmm. Pretty exciting though. Doesn't look like much, but it is. This is really sweet. Hi, Al. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, you just tuned in. You want to go over to the elderscrolls.com. You want to check out that sweet, the Elder Scrolls map. Do you know where High Isle is? It's pretty easy to find. But it's not so easy because High Isle's not marked on the map. I'll explain it very simply. You won't know where, if you haven't seen the map before, you won't know where High Isle is if you don't pay for it. I paid for every picture in that site. That's really what it takes. So the monthly fee is pretty simple and pretty easy to get done. I'll turn around. What I'm saying right now is if somebody is not given a job and is not able to pay me, that is their fault. That is the other people's fault because they are trying. It's going to take a little bit of prayer to get that job. I'm going to get that job for you. So you can pay theelderscrolls.com. Every time I get I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm like learning. I'm learning what it's like. I'm learning what to say. I don't know what to say all the time, but I know how to say it. What's that magical word for you, lady? Are you gonna be? Are you gonna be a magical lady? Are you just gonna be that lady that just comes over and then bolts? Hmm? There's two kinds of ladies. What kind of lady are you gonna be? Didn't expect this. I was so excited to so excited. So excited. Then I went on the Apple device and said that Chrome had to be installed on the Apple. Chrome doesn't exactly go with the Apple. That's kind of the problem why the game fully doesn't play is because these components are misplaced and being used in different places of the engine. The best way I'm gonna be able to explain this is that the wires like are not connected completely. Gotta get that engine running. Because there's gonna be in the future, gotta get it done. And if those certain components aren't working, well, if something's supposed to be done, like, hey, like, are you ready? And then if that one component doesn't work, like, I'm not ready. And they're like, what? They'll say exactly this. They're like, I thought you were ready. I was like, yeah, I thought I was ready. It was working earlier. Okay. So the live thing is going off. It's fun, and probably get the game going. To get Ghost Team. Um, um, how does this work? The and the stream. So I will be back. I'll be back. Like sometime. Okay, it was nice talking about other scrolls.